Hi, I'm Antonio Giordano from Pixel, and I am the tutor of the 10th edition of the European Project Planning and Management International Master, which will start next Monday, 18th of October. The classroom-based part of the master will last up until Friday, 17th of December. Nice to virtually meet you. I'm currently in the classroom where the training will physically take place. But as you know, the 10th edition of the Master will be organized as an hybrid event with on-site and online participants. On-site participants will be physically in Florence, exactly in the same room where I am right now, but as our Master has always been conceived as a practical course, not an academic one, we strongly believe in the mutual cooperation among students. So, on-site participants, as well as online participants, will be asked to use the online platform we created for the 10th edition of our Master. The current tutorial, therefore, aims at providing all participants with preliminary information about how to access the virtual classroom. The Master will be delivered on Pixel training website Europlan, which incorporates an e-learning platform. Even more, the e-learning platform incorporates the Zoom services for video conferences. Zoom will be your training room. Let's see how the entire process works. The starting point is represented by Pixel training website Europlan. A link to Europlan has been sent to all participants within the same email where you will find the YouTube link to the current video tutorial. So once you land on Europlan, you will have to click on Online Services. The master will be carried out in a virtual learning space, which is password protected. So in order to access the virtual learning space, you will have to fill in the two boxes with username and password. All participants have already been provided with their username and password. Once you click on Online Services, you will land on this window, which is the virtual learning space, and you will have to fill in the two boxes with your username and password. I'm currently using my personal account in order to let you see how the process works. Once you fill in the two boxes with username and password, you will have to click on Proceed. Once you click on Proceed, you will access to your personal account within the virtual learning space. First of all, obviously, you will find your name and surname. Then, another main difference that you will immediately recognize between what you are looking right now and what you will see once you log in the virtual learning space is over there, Master in European Project Planning and Management Edition 11. You will find Edition 10. The main reason is that I created a fake edition, the 11th, of our master in order to let you see how the entire process works. So you will find Master in European Project Planning and Management Edition 10. And then, step by step, let's see the different opportunities that you have within the virtual learning space once you have completed the login on the virtual learning space. First of all, you can click on Course Program. Now I will ask for your effort in terms of imagination. First of all, as I said before, you will find Master in European Project Planning and Management Edition 11. You will find Edition 10. Edition 11 is just a fake edition of the Master that I created in order to let you see how the process works. And within this fake edition that I created, I put some dates which are not the correct ones, because according to what I did for this fake edition of the Master, it started last Friday, 8th of October, and today it is Monday, 11th of October. So on Monday you will find the correct dates and the correct program of the Master. but this fake edition, the 11th, is quite useful for you because you can see what happens for the ongoing lesson, for the lessons which have been already carried out, and for the upcoming lessons. First of all, within the section course program, you will access the program of the master. As you can see, the master is divided into modules 1, 2, module 3, and so on. Each module has a specific title, so you will find the number of the module, the title of the module, and the trainer in charge for that specific module. About modules, I would like to specify that not all the modules have the same length. There could be some module lasting for 1 or 2 days, like module 1 in this fake edition of the master. There could be module which lasts for an entire week, like module 2, which starts on 11 October 2021 and finishes on Friday 15 of October. So the length of the module is variable, and even more, not all the modules have just one trainer. Better, I would say that there are some trainers who have more than just one module. For example, if we go within this fake edition to the week starting on 18th October until 22 of October, you will see module 3, module 3, module 3, and module 4 with the same trainer. So the length of each module could be variable. Even more, there could be trainers in charge of more than just one module. Let's see what happens for today, and let's pretend today it is Monday 18th of October. So you filled in the 2 boxes with username and password, you clicked on course program, and now you want to enter the teaching room. As I said before, the virtual learning space incorporates Zoom. I'm pretty sure that you are familiar with Zoom. Even more, all of us, we became more familiar in using Zoom during the pandemic. For those who never used Zoom, the current tutorial should be enough in order for you to understand what you will be asked to do in order to access the teaching room. The second point is that in order to access the teaching room, you will be asked to have and to use a Zoom account. Again, I'm pretty sure that all of you have already a Zoom account. If you don't have one, you are kindly asked to create your own account. And when I say own account, it would be better for you, for all of you, to use your personal account, because your name and surname will appear within the teaching room. The third point, before entering the teaching room, you should disable any ad blocker which could disable you from opening multiple windows within a specific internet browser. So once you disable any kind of ad blocker, you won't have to do it again every day. So once you disable your ad blocker, now you are ready to enter the teaching room. So you will have to click on entering teaching room, and then Zoom will immediately start. Here I am. Hi, now you can see me. On Monday, I will be happy to see all of you. So once you click on entering teaching room, there will be this Zoom pop-up which asks for a confirmation. You will have to join the classroom with video. Even more, you will have the opportunity to access the teaching room with the audio of your laptop. This will be your learning space. This will be your virtual classroom. And I will go briefly through some of the settings which are offered by Zoom. First of all, you can decide to mute, unmute yourself, which is quite simple. As starting from next Monday, there will be several participants within the classroom, then you will be asked to mute yourself, because if all the microphones are activated, there could be some background noise which could be kind of annoying. But if you want to make a question, if you want to express your doubts, if you don't agree with what the trainer is explaining, you can just decide to unmute yourself and to speak directly within the classroom. You can stop the video, you can start the video, and on Monday you will be asked to have the webcam on for the entire length of the master. Some other settings for Zoom. There is the list of participants. Now it is just me, but on Monday there will be several participants in the classroom. Then we have the chat. About the chat, you can decide to type a message to the entire classroom. You have a doubt, you have a question, you disagree with the trainer, you can write here your doubts, your question, and so on. Everybody within the classroom will have the opportunity to read your message. Even more, for example, if you want to make a question to the trainer, but you don't want the entire classroom to read your message to the trainer, you can just choose here the person, the specific person you want to write to, and then you can send a private message to that specific trainer or colleague of yours. Share screen, you will have, if possible, if required, the possibility to share your screen. You will have the opportunity to record the entire lesson on your computer, but about the recording, I will speak later about this further opportunity which is offered by our master. And then you can also set a reaction to a specific part of the training. For example, you can be happy, you can be confused, you can raise your hands. Again, if you want to make a question, if you want to express your doubts, you can raise your hands before asking directly to the trainer. About this, I would say that the kind of relationship between each specific trainer and the entire classroom should be defined and will be defined at the very beginning of each training with a specific trainer. There are some trainers who have no problem in being interrupted during their lesson, so you can just unmute yourself and make your question. There are some trainers who don't want to lose the flow of the lesson, so you could use the chat or you can raise your hands, and it will be the trainer to have a look to the chat, or it will be me to remind the trainer about the fact that there is a pending question from the audience. Again, it will be defined from the very beginning with each specific trainer. Even more, you can work on the different view. This is something much more personal. For the instance, you have no opportunity to see how the view changes if I choose speaker gallery or full screen, because it is just me in the classroom. But again, those are personal settings that you can define on your own. And then you can leave the classroom. I will say bye for the instance, and I will keep on describing the virtual learning space. And we are back to the main course program section within the virtual learning space. So as you see, also from a chromatic point of view, there is a main difference between a lesson which was already carried out and the ongoing lesson, and between the ongoing lesson and the upcoming lessons. So let's focus on the ongoing lesson. It is blue. You can enter the teaching room, and we already saw together how to access the teaching room. You have the number of the module, the title of the module, and the name of the trainer. Here, if you click on materials, you will have the opportunity to see this extra box, learning resources materials. All the trainers in the master have been asked to provide participants with extra materials which could be useful for their training. I'm speaking about handouts, external sources, link to external resources, other documents, and so on. All the materials which will be provided by each specific trainer will be put by me in a specific folder on Dropbox. All the folders will have the same title as the title of the module for each specific trainer. This means that once there will be some learning resources materials which have been made available by the trainers, you will find a link here. Clicking on that link, you will access the specific Dropbox folder where you will find the materials which were provided by each specific trainer. Let's go back to a lesson which was already carried out, the first module within this fake edition of the master. There are some extra buttons we didn't see for the ongoing lesson. They are test and evaluation. Test at the end of each module, and again the length of the modules can be variable. Anyway, at the end of almost all the modules, you will be asked to carry out a test. Each test is composed by 10 questions with 3 possible answers for each question. Obviously here it is just an example. You can choose, confirm, and go to the next question and so on. Anyway, there will be for each test 10 questions, 3 options. One is the correct reply to the question, and this is our Pixel way to check the skills and the knowledge you developed within each specific module. On the other hand, there is an extra evaluation that you will be asked to carry out at the end of each module. In this case, it is your evaluation about the training, because if we click on evaluation, then you will be asked for a specific module to provide us with your feedback about training contents, methodologies, skills of the trainer, and even more, you will have the opportunity to leave a comment about that specific lesson, that specific module, that specific trainer, because we totally think that your feedback is important for us in order to develop our services, in order to check the performance of each specific trainer, and you are the main user of each specific lesson, and we completely trust your comments about a lesson, a module, a trainer. Even more, let's go back to what I said before within the classroom. As I said, you have the possibility to record the entire lesson, but even more, here, now there is no button, but as soon as we will start, by the end of the first training day, you will find a specific button. Anyway, each specific lesson will be recorded, and all the recordings will be available by the end of each training day. It means that, for example, you didn't understand exactly one concept which was developed within a specific lesson, or you had to leave 5 minutes earlier, or you didn't attend at all that specific lesson. Clicking on the recording, on the streaming, you will have the opportunity to see the entire lesson or part of it. Part of it, because I will do my best in order to create more recording files and to rename them after the contents of that specific recording. So for example, there will be, for example, Module 2, Financial Management, Monday, 11th of October. Again, we are speaking about this fake edition of the master. There will be a recording of that specific lesson, morning session, afternoon session, or if possible, there will be more files. Morning session part 1, morning session part 2, so that if you just missed a part of the lesson, it will be easier for you to identify the parts that you want to watch again, you want to attend if you didn't attend that specific part of the training. This is an important and useful tool for all the participants, for the on-site participants, for the online participants, for the asynchronous participants. The upcoming lectures, as you can see, in terms of chromatic difference. The main difference, they are white, but the title of each specific lesson is gray. It is not blue as for the lesson which was already carried out. So more or less, this is how the course program section works within the virtual learning space. Let's move to the following section, which is virtual rooms. It is another way to access the main teaching room, because from here you can directly click on main teaching room and then enter the teaching room. Information boards. As the classroom-based part of the master will last for 2 months, so we will have the opportunity to stay together for a long period, there could be some messages that Pixel wants to share with the classroom, with all the participants in the master. So this will be a kind of section within the virtual learning space where we will post our messages, our news to be shared within the classroom, with the entire classroom. Within the profile section, you will find presentation form. It is a section you can already start working on, because this is your business card within the virtual learning space. Some information have been automatically filled in by the system, for example, name, surname, and email. But from now on, you are kindly asked to fill in all the other boxes. For example, the first box is related to your Zoom account email, so the email that you have been using in order to create your Zoom account. And then if you belong to any institution, you can write down your institution, your role within institution, the address of the institution, and so on. So again, this is your business card within the virtual learning space. It is a business card which could be useful in order to share information with other participants and with the trainers as well. You can also attach your picture, so to start this mutual knowledge of each other, and fill in all the boxes with as much information as possible. So again, it is a section within the virtual learning space you can already start working on. Once you fill in all the information, then you have just to save and your business card will be updated. The final button within the left side of the virtual learning space is just the logout. So every day you can log out, and the following day you will have to log in order to enter the classroom. I will log out from the current tutorial because this was the last piece of information I wanted to share with you. I look forward to meeting all of you next Monday at 9 a.m. Central European Time. For the instance, enjoy this presentation and see you soon. Bye.